This film was a comedy of errors, alright, but it still was a mixed bag elevated by some wonderful performances. Hi guys, this is Farhad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now and remember to like and comment on the video. Liking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. And today, the Malayalam film that we are going to be talking about is the new film that premiered on Z5 called Nunakkuzhi. Nunakkudi. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Nunakkudi. It is directed by Jeethu Joseph, who's known as one of the gods of thriller genre that is there. You would know him from the Drishyam series, recently released from Neda. So lots more to look forward to. But this was the first film wherein, I was discovering, his comedic side to it. He may have, partially made, I think, comedy films at the beginning of his career before Drishyam or even after Drishyam. I'm not too sure. But this is my first brush, with his comedy genre that is there. So how does he fare in this film? And does the film have its worth? Let's find out. So coming to the story and screenplay, the premise here is almost like double barrel, you can say. In the same template, I would say. It's not the same story, but the same template here. Now, if you know Double Barrel, the 2015 LJP film, it was a story of seemingly different characters from different walks of life who, their worlds collide at some point. A similar structure is here in Nunakkuzhi, which is there, wherein there are different characters and seemingly different situations that brings them together when their worlds collide. So you have the protagonist who is the head of a company. He's still treated like a baby in his house. He's called literally baby, and he has, his fair of fun while recording the acts with his wife in his laptop until the laptop is seized during an IT raid that is there on his company. Cut to, there's another character that is there who is an alcoholic, and she is seeking divorce from her husband, who happens to accidentally kill her husband's friend because he turned rogue during one of the statements in court that is there. As a completely different track of a budding writer that is there who's trying to lure yesteryear's superstar and currently an actor who has no value in a story that he says is very personal to his life. And all these stories that are there are mixed in one of the chaotic comedies that are there. Now, one thing is there that this drama is definitely a chaotic comedy, but it takes time to build. You are introduced to the characters, you do get some time to spend with each character that is there, but at the same time I did feel that it did not contribute to too many laughs in the first hour that is there. The confusion that is there primarily takes place in the second hour, which means the first hour was just about the setup and the world building that is there. There was a lot of silliness that is there in the drama that you can definitely make out here. The silliness was at times too silly, and it almost felt like one of the reasons that the writers just wanted to go from plot A to plot B, and they just needed some reason to do that. And that, I think, was a little bit of a fault here. Remember the film De Dhanadhan that is there, that had a lot of comedy that is there, it had a lot of confusion that is there, even the silliness was there, but it just felt very a part of that universe, that eccentricity. And this eccentricity that is there, which was, by the way, also available in Double Barrel, that I think is missing here to an extent. I think the screenplay here is mid. It ought to have been spiraling upwards with all the confusion and the infusion of different characters and their worlds that are there, but that doesn't really happen. A case in point being that entire track of a film narration that transpires over drinks that is there. Now that it independently may have worked, but it just felt a little fragmented in the entire scheme of things that is there, and it didn't really come together, I felt. I mean, that point, you remember De Dhanadhan again, it was such a wonderful kind of a comedy with different characters, infusing all in the same place. I think that again was, because this was of the same night, it kind of limited the reach of the template that is there. So it was a little bit of a mix. This does not mean that the film was absolutely a miss. I really love the tracks, of the protagonist Abby that is there, and that of Grace Anthony. I think both of them, that track of that murder that is there, I think that led to quite a few laughs, and there were quite a few chuckles along the way. I did feel though that, the confusion element that was there, it kind of, was a little less, because again I'll like to take you back to the case in point being the drunk scene. The audience here did not know the context of what the story was, which is why the laughs were a little limited, you would say. The context was revealed right at the end of the film, so I just felt that if the audience was a little ahead of the ball, ahead of the curveball here, they would have been able to relate to and participate and in anticipation of what is to come. And I think that would have been a little further in the laughter meter that is there. It would have been further higher, I would say, that entire sequence, the story narrative sequence that is there. Which also led me to the final act, and the entire second half, by the way, works decently well with all the chaos and confusion that is there. Although the chaos and confusion did not really, hit the roof, I would say. The shit did not hit the roof here. Instead, it was quite mid, I would say. And one of the reasons, again, I'm going to bring De Dhanadhan in the picture. Remember that fantastic climax that was there with all characters under one roof, and they were, literally going at each other, and with a series of revelations that then took place to as a simultaneous plot point to resolve the confusions that are there. That I think was missing here. It was almost fragmented in pieces. Although the end twist was good, but it was still fragmented. The fun was fragmented, which definitely meant the fun quotient was a little lower than what it could have been. The screenplay here is decent here. I would say it's definitely watchable. Nothing groundbreaking, but still harmless fun, I would say. Coming to the technical aspects, the dialogues, the music and the direction, I felt the dialogues are pretty filled with situational bouts of comedy that go well with the theme of the drama. And the music also is pulsating, although I did feel that the tone was a little tilting towards a thriller than as a comedy, and although this was a crime comedy, so to say, but it was more in the comedy space. The tone was a little comedy. So the music here, the tone was slightly tilted towards crime, I would say, which I felt was slightly off, but individually the beats and the pulsating nature of the music that was there added a bit of urgency in the second half, that I have to admit for sure. The cinematography here, it comprises of frames that are funny, and they do make you laugh, with the framing and the staging that is there. The editing also is good, because remember, these were a series of fragmented situations that come together, in which case the editing becomes equally more important. And here I think the editing was pretty good here, pretty seamless in the transition, you would say. Also, director Jeethu Joseph also does a good job here. He does have a knack of comedy and the idea of world building and staging that he pretty well executes. He executes her pretty well, and I think he does a pretty good job here. This was a different genre for him, from his regular genre, you can say, from the thriller genre, and I think he did a pretty good job here. But coming to the performances, and if there's that one department that you need to watch this film for, it has to be for the splendid performances that are there. I think the performances were absolutely wonderful here by all the actors that are there, right from Siddiq to Altaf to some of the other actors that are there. Binu Pappu, who's there, I think he did Binu Pappan, I think he did a good job as well. Even Santosh, who played the cop, that is, I think he did a wonderful job here. Grace Anthony, Nikhila Vimal, all of them, they were superb job. I think again Basil Joseph was at the center of it, and there's something about the actor Basil Joseph that is there, that he puts a smile on your face. He has a knack of knack for a comedy that is wonderful. Comic timing is excellent here, and I think he did a superb job here. So overall, I felt that Nunakkuzhi, which basically means a liar's day out, was a decently chaotic comedy of confusion that is there, but with wonderful performances. I really enjoyed the performances. Yeah, the screenplay could have been better with the confusion that was created. Nevertheless, it is harmless and it contributes to a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. So if you also, are liking this video, remember to press the like button that is there. Smash the like button that is there. Also comment on what did you make of the film Nunakkuzhi, or if there are any recommendations that you would like to throw in. Do throw in that as well. Also, let's grow this Digi family together. You can share this video with your friends and family. Ask them to subscribe to the channel, and let's have a lot of fun here with the discussion that is there. I try to reply to all the comments as far as I can that is there. Also, if you'd like to read my full review of Nunakkuzhi, it's available on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. You can read it in your own language as well. There's a translate into option, read that as well. Also, follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present on my site and on my social media handles. All links are in the description box below. I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.